Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here on Mad World Tarot. And I have the Curious Cats Tarot, Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot on the tarot table. And as I took the cards out of the box and started the pre-shuffle, my own curious cat hopped off her chair where she'd been fast asleep and yawned and stretched and came to have a conversation with me, Fluffy. So Fluffy has joined for the reading. And we're using the Curious Cats Tarot for this reading because I am curious to know why there was a no-show at the Disgracie Awards last night in LA. Meghan Markle did not show up. We all waited. We were all hoping to catch a glimpse of that coronation gown, but no such luck. And as of now, speculation why she didn't show. Kenzie Schofield talking about it. She says a couple of reasons, well, several reasons why possibly she didn't show up. Christina Applegate being one of them. Of course, she starred in Married with Children, the show that Thomas Markle did the lighting on for all those years. And he was very popular on the show with the cast, apparently. So Meghan may well want to avoid Christina Applegate. And I'm a little bit blocked up. I've just a little bit of hay fever this evening. If you can hear that I'm blocked up, that's all that's going on. I might have to stop and have a sneeze at some stage, unfortunately. So that's Christina Applegate, one of the possible reasons for staying away. The second, her own insignificance. And I looked at the award, the list of award winners, and the pages and pages. Meghan just disappeared in the crowd. So that to me would justify why she didn't bother getting out of bed and putting on the hair, doing the hair and makeup and going all the way to LA from Montecito. Not worth it. Her own insignificance. She wasn't going to make a speech, and she wasn't going to star in the event at all. So there's that. And then, of course, the embarrassment or the trauma, depending on how you look at it, whether you're Gayle King or Whoopi Goldberg. In terms of the Pat Chase in New York. So that's still a story. It's still doing the rounds. It's been eclipsed a bit now by Harry losing his first judicial review case and being in the hot for several £100,000, although a lot of people saying he's going to appeal and try to weasel his way out of paying. Charming. Anyway, Curious Cats Tarot, we're going to have a look at it. A little 6-card reading, or it's a 7-card reading. And I'll explain the cards as I go through. Cards are hopping. Curious Cats Tarot, and we're going to have a look and see how keen she was to go, how she felt about not going one more shuffle, and then the reasons why she might not have gone. And is she going to keep buying awards? Is she going to fill that void in her empty soul, as the South Park lot said, by buying more and more awards, or is this now finished? And of course, I have to remind you that this is Mad World Tarot, and I'm doing these readings for fun and entertainment. It is just tarot, and it's just my opinion, it's just speculation. And of course, I read archetypal energy here. We can learn from archetypes, and as Meghan herself knows. And 1, 2, 3, we've got a slightly different thing going on here. And it is, of course, there is a disclaimer in the box below. Got that out the way. It's an unusual little spread. This is not my usual shaped spread, but I have written down the questions. Universe knows what's going on. So here we go. We've got Strength as our underlying energy. That's a very Meghan Markle card. It's the Leo card, Major Arcana, one of them. And it is about self-mastery, it is about dominance, it's about power and energy and attention, certainly, strength. They're nothing shy about somebody who is very strong in themselves and self-willed and determined. So there is a lot of determination sitting under this reading, and a lot of desire to move forward and conquer and dominate. I'm getting slightly... shall we say, narcissistic energy off that card. And of course, that's just me and my interpretation of the energy. So let's see the situation that it prevails here. What are we dealing with? We're dealing with the 8 of Swords in reverse. Somebody who has, at some degree level, liberated themselves from a predicament. They have managed to extricate themselves from a situation that they themselves might have got themselves into. she feels that she needed to get out of the situation, that actually attending the award would have been tricky, would have been difficult for her, and she managed to weasel her way out of it. She's managed to free herself from it, from the expectations, and she has liberated herself from them. What's she intending to go? Was she designing the dress, getting the hair and makeup done? Was she wanting to go? I would say no with the Seven of Cups. That even though she managed to manifest the award itself for her podcast, Archetypes, Seven of Cups in reverse is realizing your own limitations, realizing that you're running out of cups, you're running out of opportunities to get awards. Interesting. That she sees the reality of the situation, that it would possibly have been humiliating. She would have disappeared in the crowd, in the noise and the crowd, and she wouldn't have been able to hog the limelight. So this strength card underlying this for me tells me it's some degree of self-discipline, that she didn't fall prey to her natural impulse to go and swan around. I think wiser heads prevailed. Somebody might have counseled her that it would be the wise thing, the strong thing to do would be to stay silent in this situation and not go. And realizing her own insignificance, realizing the potential pitfalls in going. So how did she feel staying at home? Was she disgruntled? Did she feel jealous and resentful? Or was she quite happy with her decision not to go? And we've got Grimalkin in reverse. This is one of the additional major arcana that this tarot deck has. You can see it's 23. Normal tarot decks don't go up to 23. It is about trust and patience and grace. Upright, it is Grimalkin. It says positives, allows events to take place with patience and grace, content with life, steps back and allows others to make mistakes so that they can learn, offers healing and wisdom with a soft touch. But we have the card in the reverse. So it's the opposite of all of that. Not content with life. It's retreating and being impatient, being critical. So she was not a happy person according to this tarot deck, this Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot. She was not a happy bunny last night. She was resentful. She probably watched and criticized the outfits of everyone else, all the other award winners, felt very bitter, sitting by herself at home. This was not a voluntary withdrawal from the event, from a place of grace and self-control. It was more told, I think, don't be a fool, don't mess up, and very begrudging energy that I get off there. That, and here at Mad World Tarot, we just read energy, of course, for fun and entertainment. So reasons. Christina Applegate, first of all. Did Megan want to bump into her? Absolutely not. This would have been, sorry, it's a bit of a gruesome card and we'll put it away quickly. The Ten of Swords is all about ruin, is about defeat, is about absolute rock bottom. And for her, it would have been impossibly mortifying to bump into Christina Applegate. Not after all the dramas, all the debacles that have gone on. It would have been absolutely horrendous, and I should imagine that Christina maybe would have had something to say, something rather critical to say, and Megan did not want to have to deal with that. Ten of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse can be extra level of humiliation, of defeat, of feeling like the world is against you. the Ten of Swords, very much that energy. So definite candidate for reasons to stay at home and sulk and feel begrudging and bitter and critical. How about her own insignificance? And we've already seen the Seven of Cups there in reverse, so that tells me that was quite a compelling reason for staying at home. But what else does universe want to tell us about her own insignificance? Five of Cups in reverse. Five of Cups is, you could almost say self-pity in this energy. Five of Cups is sorrow, regret, remorse, crying over spilled milk, all of that kind of stuff, being a little bit obsessed with the things that have gone wrong. And even though the card is in reverse, I would read that as extra energy of being obsessed with things that have gone wrong. And I'm bringing in the various humiliations, and I will include the fake pap chase. I think it's fake, that's my opinion. The stunt in New York, even though we haven't got there yet, that's our next card here. I'm bringing that in because I think there's been a whole lot of stuff that's gone wrong for her, from the coronation, the embarrassment of Spare and the Todger and all of that. It's just been relentless, and I think there's a tremendous amount of self-pity here that she's focused on. She's focused on all the bad things that have happened, all the things that have forced her to fall to the floor and sob. And so this is very negative energy. You can see everything in this reading is in reverse so far, and when everything in a reading is in reverse, it means that the energy is really out of alignment, that everything is upside down, everything is toxic, everything is in its shadow phase. And she herself at the moment is going through something very dark, very negative. That's how I feel it, that's how I sense it. So the third option here are possible reasons for not going to the Gracie Awards last night. For me, is the pap thing, the stunt in New York, the high-speed car chase for 2 hours, near catastrophic, which has been debunked pretty thoroughly by now. And we've got the Ace of Cups. She wants sympathy. She wants sympathy for that, the Ace of Cups, but may not be getting it. She definitely wants people to come out and support her and say, oh, you poor darling. And I think if they had, let's just move these cards up so you can see it properly. I think if people had come out in support of her and said, oh, we stand with her, one of the phrases that she likes to use, we stand with Meghan Markle, she would have been there like a shot. That Dior gown would have been there, the tiara, everything. But nobody said a word. So feeling very sorry for herself. I'm getting a lot of self-pity in here, actually, with the Five of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Wanting people to say, you poor darling, how you have suffered. But nobody did. And so Ace of Cups, staying at home where she can self-nurture, where she can self-medicate with cups of whatever, and dream of what might have been. Is she going to carry on buying awards for herself? Because it seems clear that she is buying awards. That certainly is my opinion here at MadWorldTarot. And is she going to carry on this path? Is it satisfying for her to just keep buying these things? Or is at some stage the reality going to dawn? And we've got Seven of Cups in reverse there. Perhaps reality did dawn when she saw the list of winners and realized her own insignificance. Or was that too much to expect of her? We got the Lovers in reverse. This as a plan is not going the way she thought it was going to go. It's a breakup card. It's a split. It's a partnership that's separating. It's a choice. It's a negative choice when the Lovers is in reverse. This is something that she thought was going to be wonderful. She thought it was going to bring her tremendous amount of satisfaction, praise and glamour and glory, and make her feel better about herself. But we've got the Lovers card in reverse. She's going to have to separate herself from this behavior pattern, because it's not making her feel the way she thought it was going to. It's not making her feel loved. It's not making her feel desirable and wanted and adored and admired. The opposite. And as people keep saying, the royal family give awards. They don't receive them. So she's really gone about royaling in the US in completely the wrong way. She really has not understood what being royal is. She's mixed it with being celebrity. And celebrities, of course, receive awards. Royals do not. So she's miscalculated here. Of course, it's a separation card and a divorce card. So we could be getting there. And there are people saying that big news could be coming in June or July, as early as that. And so I'm going to hop on to the next reading here at Mad World Tarot, where I'm going to look at Harry and his, what I nearly called a panic room, his escape room, and what's going on there. And that's it. That's why Madame stayed home and feeling very sorry for herself. And thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.